Please be seated. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to invite Julie Jansen, representative of the Darug people, to offer the traditional welcome to country.
Hello everybody, congratulations, what a wonderful day for you. It's a great pleasure for me to be here on behalf of the Darug people to welcome you to this country. On behalf of the Darug people, I welcome you, people of the Watamatagal clan. This is their land, of the Darug Aboriginal Nation. Kwai Bidja, Jamna Payala Janawi. We come together to meet, come to speak together. I'm Julie Jansen of the Barbarungal clan of Darug Nation. We are the Hawkesbury River people. I pay respects to the local Aboriginal elders, past and present, and to the ancestors of the land, the knowledge and culture. I welcome people of all nations and faiths. Help us to respect the history and protect the environment of this land. I'm a descendant of Mary Thomas, born at Freeman's Reach Blacks Camp near Windsor. I grew up near here in Boronia Park on the banks of the Lane Cove River. I love this ride area. It has a very special place in Aboriginal Australian history. I always need to live near the Lane Cove River or the Hawkesbury River. It is my country. There is a 20,000-year-old Aboriginal habitation history in this coastal area. At Avalon, there is a rock shelter with a burial site that is 2,500 years old. It is a woman with a baby on her chest with a gypsum cap on her head. Aboriginal people have great antiquity in this country. My Aboriginal grandmother, Ruby, kept a house in the bush in Chatswood in the 1950s that had 20 members of our family living there. It was a small farm with horses, goats, chickens and rabbits. The old house is still there in View Street. We would sit down to big roast dinners on a Sunday with as many as 30 people would be crammed around the table. My dad, who was known as Jeddah, was a returned World War II serviceman, and he rode bareback down to the river to shoot rabbits for dinner. My dad was paying off a War Service Housing Commission house. From there we would go collecting oysters along the Lane Cove River mudflats. My brothers and I fished for blue swimmer crabs and fish. We rode our leaky rowboat on the river and dropped homemade crab pots off the Riverview School Wharf. We camped on weekends at Flint and Steel Beach on the Hawkesbury River. We slept in caves on beds made of ferns and army greatcoats. Near to this university is Marsfield, where there were old Aboriginal men camped up near the mangroves, in my memory. They were the remaining few Watamatagal Darug people who'd managed to hang on in the face of suburban development. The Aboriginal people survived in Ryde by working for local farms and businesses. They were related to the people of the Gully in Katoomba, Freeman's Reach Black Camp in Windsor, the Sackville Reach Reserve, Murra Creek on the Hawkesbury River, and the Narrabeen Camp on Narrabeen Lagoon. These camps were bulldozed by local councils in about 1959. Dispossession and dispersal in some cases is relatively recent. Since the 1880s, the Aboriginal Protection Board had overseen the destruction of families by removal of children and the closing of Aboriginal reserves. We were told to keep our Aboriginal heritage a secret. Families like mine survived by working for the railways, or in my dad's case, the fire brigade. However, such jobs came at a price. Identity was often hidden for fear of children being taken away or jobs lost. We kept quiet about being little white blackfellas. I received a government Teachers College scholarship and went to university, receiving 2 bachelor degrees and a master's degree. Our Barbarungal clan had famous leaders such as Chief Yarramundi, Nurraginji and Colby, who received land from Lachlan Macquarie. On the northern beaches, we celebrate Chief Bungaree, who circumnavigated Australia with Matthew Flinders, and Bungaree's wives, Queen Matora, and the renowned storyteller, Queen Gooseberry. Many of the descendants of these Darug and Guringai people live today along the Hawkesbury River and Lane Cove rivers. We did not die out, and we are here to celebrate with you our ongoing attachment and custodianship of this country. Thank you for allowing me the honour of representing the Darug Nation here today. Congratulations, all graduates.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am pleased to introduce the Chancellor of Macquarie University, the Honourable Michael Egan, AO.
Thank you, Auntie Julie, for that marvellous welcome to country. Well, graduands, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, first I want to thank all of you for coming today. A graduation ceremony is a very important celebration of achievement, the achievements of our graduands, and I might say also of the university. So it's very good that you are here, and I'm very grateful that you are. I also especially want to thank those of you who have brought children with you. It's good for them that they're here because their memories of today and of the importance of today may one day be the thing that inspires them to emulate the successes of today's graduands. And their presence is also good for us too, because every celebration is enhanced by the presence of children. Now, unless children have changed enormously since I was one, few of them will be able to stay quiet or still for the duration of a graduation ceremony. And I don't expect them to, and I don't want them to, and I don't want you to worry if they don't. They are most welcome, and please let them run around and make as much commotion as they like. Now, the most important thing today is that our graduands have a great day. I truly hope this will be a very memorable and happy occasion for all of you, but it will only be a happy occasion if you're all relaxed. Some of you look rather nervous, as though you're about to go into the exam room rather than collect your degrees. So I can assure you nothing can go wrong today. You've already passed your exams, you're here to collect the degrees and celebrate your achievement. So relax. Well, the only thing that can go wrong, of course, is sometimes you fall over when you walk across the stage, but that's why all these highly paid people are here. Their job is, if you fall over, to pick you up and send you on your way. So there's absolutely nothing to worry about, just have a great day. You deserve to take pride, great pride in your graduation, because completing a degree is never easy. You need an intelligent and inquiring mind, you need determination and perseverance, and you need to make many sacrifices. So welcome and congratulations to each and every one of you. I also want to congratulate all of you who are here today as the guests of our graduands. The very fact that you've been invited by one of our graduands to share one of the great days of their lives is proof positive that you've been very important in their lives and in the successes that we celebrate today. And I don't want you to think either that observing today's graduation is the end of your role. I have another important service for you to perform for our newest graduates, as they'll soon become. I want you to make sure that the degrees they receive today are never ever put in a bottom drawer, but are always proudly displayed in a position of prominence. In other words, if our graduands are too self-effacing to proclaim their own success, you make sure that you do it for them. Now, the ceremony that we're about to participate in is one of the world's oldest social rituals. For centuries, graduates have been donning robes just like the ones our graduands are wearing today and participating in ceremonies just like this one. Indeed, there are some 50 universities in the world which can trace their history back more than 500 years. Obviously, Macquarie University is not one of them. We're a young university. We celebrated our 50th Jubilee only 3 years ago. We proudly take our name from Australia's greatest colonial governor, Governor Lachlan Macquarie, a man whose greatness and achievements were never acknowledged by his contemporaries, but only by history. Those of us who went to school in New South Wales were taught that Macquarie was a great builder, but his greatest legacy had nothing to do with bricks and mortar. His greatest legacy was the ethos he established, much to the annoyance of the then British authorities, of an egalitarian society, because it was Macquarie's insistence that in this fledgling convict colony there be no distinction between the free and the freed that was the foundation of the Australian notion of a fair go for all. And that is a legacy that here at Macquarie we will always aim to maintain and honour. After our first 53 years, we now have more than 180,000 Macquarie graduates living in more than 140 countries. Macquarie is a very modern and outward-looking university. We're now ranked in the top 2% of the world's universities. From our beginnings, we have defied the traditional boundaries of academia. We have pioneered and continue to pioneer learning and teaching approaches that challenge conventions and shift thinking. Our students play a major role in their own learning and are empowered to guide what and how they learn. We're also research pioneers. Our framework for the future, world-leading research with world-changing impact, is brought to life by renowned researchers whose bold and innovative solutions to issues of global significance are of enormous benefit to the world we live in. And by the way, that's not just an idle boast. For example, I wonder how many of you are aware that Wi-Fi was developed not at Harvard University or Oxford University or the Australian National University. No, Wi-Fi was developed by Macquarie University scientists in conjunction with scientists from the CSIRO. We're also rather proud of some of our new facilities. On your way here this morning, you may have seen our Macquarie University Hospital, which is only a few years old. The hospital forms part of a very exciting medical enterprise, which, when fully established, will be Australia's first fully integrated academic health sciences centre under a university leadership. And of course, as well as being used by our academics and medical students, it's also, as you would expect, a hospital that treats patients. And I can assure you it's first rate in that regard. I was a patient there a few years back for 3 days, and I can assure you that the standard of treatment and care is absolutely fantastic, especially if you're the Chancellor. So I recommend it to you. It really is a first-class hospital. Other outstanding new facilities are our library, our Australian Hearing Hub, which is a world-leading institute in hearing and language sciences, a state-of-the-art media centre, a newly launched simulation hub for teaching and research, and cutting-edge science laboratories. Now, that's not to say that all of our lecture rooms and laboratories are first class. Clearly, some are not. But we're about to change that with a major investment in new infrastructure over the next few years. And indeed, you might see some evidence on the campus today of some of the temporary facilities we're erecting so that we can move into those while the permanent infrastructure changes are being made. So we're looking forward and we're on the move. Here at Macquarie, we have a very clear and straightforward mission. And that mission is to transform people's lives and to improve the lives not just of our own students, but also of people all around the globe by the work and achievements of our graduates and by the fruit of our research. We want Macquarie always to be a leader in teaching and learning and a leader in the accumulation of knowledge and understanding. In other words, an ideal community of scholars. and graduands, in just a few minutes, it will be my very great honour to confer your degrees upon you and welcome you as lifelong members of that community of scholars we proudly call Macquarie University. Well, it's now my great pleasure to introduce our occasional speaker, Mr. Chris Marmarellis. Chris has more than 20 years financial and managerial executive level experience in the aged care, hospitality, sports administration and retail sectors. He's held significant appointments in both for-profit and not-for-profit organisations. He's currently the Chief Executive Officer of the Whidden Group, a large not-for-profit aged care organisation. With 2,000 staff and 300 volunteers, the Whidden Group operates nearly 1,600 residential aged care places in 18 locations across New South Wales. The company is recognised as having pioneered evidence-based client wellbeing programs aimed at enriching the lives of those with care needs. Whidden are also considered a trusted industry voice in regard to rural and regional aged care services and have recently been recognised as winner of the Employer of Choice for 2017. Chris graduated from Macquarie University with an MBA and is a fellow member of CPA Australia and the Institute of Public Accountants. I now invite Chris to deliver the occasional address. Please welcome Chris Palmer.
Chancellor, members of the faculty, distinguished guests, and to all of the mothers, fathers, brothers, sisters, partners, aunts, uncles, sons and daughters who have come to support these wonderful graduands today. Memories are created by moments that stand out from the ordinary. And today is one to remember because we are celebrating the extraordinary. Savour this experience. So to put the extraordinary in context, at the last count, only 17% of Australians have a bachelor degree, 3% have a graduate diploma or certificate, and 5% have a postgraduate degree. Now think about that, because out of all Australians aged between 15 and 74, less than 1 in 5 have the equivalent qualification that you'll be walking home with today. You are, by virtue of what you have studied for the last few years, extraordinary. So remember the day, Wednesday the 20th of September 2017, because it's the day you become Macquarie University alumni. You are now part of a special community, and I am too, as I hold an MBA from this university. I feel privileged to be part of the alumni. Now you are an alumni too. Welcome. So today the intention was to talk to you about my experiences, the things that shaped my career, and basically provide you with some of my insights as you embark on the next step of your journey. However, I've changed my mind, because instead I want this to be about my generation and about all the other people here today aged 40, 50 and over. Why? Because we need you. We need your inspiration. We need your ingenuity, and we need your energy. It's your turn. Australia is a great country. You launch yourself into an economy that's experienced 26 years of uninterrupted economic growth. It's the longest run in the developed world. Our unemployment rate is at 5.6%. Inflation is at 1.9%. And the RBA's cash rate has been sitting at a record low of 1.5% for over a year. There are opportunities out there, and make no mistake, you are all in pole position. So now's the time to think about how you approach this journey, because those figures can actually be a threat. That healthy economy of ours may allow you to sit back and say, hey, this is okay. I can get by. I just need to keep making sure the boxes are ticked. And that may work, but I urge you not to, because we need you. Gen X, the baby boomers, we all need you. We're depending on you to go out there and make a difference, to be extraordinary, to break new ground. Because like it or not, you are our future. So as an example, look at aged care, because this is an industry I know and I love. In 1984, there were 120,000 people living in Australia aged 85 plus. Today, that's up 400% to 455,000. And in 2024, that figure is going to be 602,000. Technology, science, care practices, today's medicine is thankfully keeping us alive longer. In 1905, you were expected to live to around 55 years of age, while a baby being born today can expect to reach well over 80. That's why government data is telling us by only 2023 we will need an additional 80,000 beds to care for all of us. And only 2 days ago in the Financial Review, there was a report on a Deloitte study that points out that within 25 years, Asia will have more people over the age of 65 than the total populations of North America and Europe combined. So think about what's required to meet that sort of demand. Scaling up an industry like this requires innovation. It requires energy, ingenuity. We need workforce strategies to cope with the growth, new funding models, innovative care models. Who's going to be doing this? Where will the ideas come from? That's why we need you. Today you receive a fantastic reward, and you've worked tirelessly to achieve it. Now it gets a little more complicated. It's time to combine the knowledge gained in the classroom with the experience you will gain in the workforce. You get this chemistry right, combine it with a healthy dose of energy, enthusiasm, the odd failure, and importantly, a willingness to challenge mediocrity, and you will make the difference. Statistically, around 350,000 of you will graduate this year. More than 2/3 of you will have full-time employment in the next 4 months. And you'll be earning around $54,000 per annum. Those statistics are good. Just don't allow them to extinguish that desire to achieve, accomplish, and excel. Consider also that there are another 1 million students studying higher education in Australia every year. 250,000 have come from overseas to be part of this great country, and they're hot on your heels. Despite the strong statistics that I mentioned earlier, if nothing else, it means that it's going to be competitive out there. Make no mistake, as a university graduate, you are in a privileged position. But it's what we do with that privilege that matters. You are empowered to excel, achieve, and put your stamp on the world. And we need you now, not just tomorrow. And believe me, when I say that the stamp you place on the world will be as unique as your own DNA, consider Mark Bouros. He's born in Punchbowl to a working class family. He completes a commerce degree and he goes out into the workforce. Eventually, he finds himself unhappy with the conventional home loan market. So he establishes Wizard Home Loans. He challenges the system with a new model, and he grows the business with 300 branches across Australia and New Zealand in less than 10 years, and he helps revolutionise home lending in this country, and later goes on to sell the business for $500 million. Or Fred Hollows, born in New Zealand. While working a summer job in a mental health facility, he's inspired to take on a new direction. So he becomes an ophthalmologist, and while working in remote New South Wales, he's appalled by the eye health of Indigenous Australians. So between 1974 and 1976, his team screened 100,000 people. And after giving sight to Indigenous Australia, he does the same in Africa. He then visits Nepal, Burma, Sri Lanka, India and Bangladesh, and he empowers local communities by establishing factories to produce inexpensive lenses that have restored sights to millions of people worldwide. This is what making a difference is. And I'll tell you firsthand that you can be the next Mark Bouros or Fred Hollows. Did they not sit in a seat just like the one you're sitting in today? And greatness can be defined in many ways. In concluding, allow me to share a true story from one of our nursing homes. This time it's not about someone well known. For the sake of privacy, I've changed the people's names, but please know that this is a true story about two women, one called Julie and another called Alice. Julie, one of our employees, had been caring for Alice, one of our nursing home residents, for a number of months. Now, if you've had anything to do with aged care, and I appreciate that may feel like a long way away for you right now, you'll understand that nursing homes are often large and at times they can be very busy. In aged care, you see a lot of people come and go literally. After a time, Alice's health deteriorated, and before long, Julie could tell that Alice was in her final hours. Now, in aged care, this isn't uncommon. It's part of the cycle of life. People working in aged care see people pass away regularly. It's hard, but it's true. But in Alice's case, unlike most of us here today who are surrounded by family and friends, Alice had no family and she had no friends. And Julie knew this, as she'd been looking after Alice for some time. So on this one shift, Julie watched a very sick and frail Alice put out her hand. Alice was essentially alone in her final hours. So Julie not only took Alice's hand, but she lay down beside Alice and she comforted her and she held Alice's hand until she passed away, peacefully, virtually in her arms. Now, Julie didn't have to do this. This wasn't something she was taught at TAFE or university. She didn't get a bonus or any extra pay for doing this. And she wasn't trained on the job to act in this way. But in Julie's own very unique way, my God, did she make a difference. Ask yourself, how would you have responded to Alice's hand reaching out? They say nobody can do everything, but everybody can do something. We need you, and this is your time. Congratulations to each and every one of you. Thank you.
Well, graduates, I'm sure you'll agree with me that was an outstanding occasional address. And it is true that each and every one of you can make a difference. And you can make a difference in the little things, like Julie did, as well as the big things. Sometimes we overlook the little things we can do to make this world a better place. But Chris is right. The future is yours and we are relying on you. When he was talking about the aged care industry, it did remind me that at my own age, in about 6 months' time, I'll be closer to 90 years of age than 50 years of age. So I'm very interested in what you do in your day job, Chris. Thank you once again for joining us and being such an important part of today's ceremony. I think he deserves another great round of applause. Well, we now come to the key part of the ceremony, the reason we're here, and that's the conferring of degrees. And I did say earlier that there's nothing for you to worry about, but this is the one part of the ceremony that makes me a little bit nervous, because I was told by one of Australia's greatest legal minds many years ago that if I conferred a degree on someone who was not eligible to receive it, it was very, very, very difficult for me to take it back. So I need an ironclad guarantee from the acting registrar down there that you're all qualified to graduate today and that none of you were ever late in submitting an assignment and that none of you ever skipped a class. Can you give me that guarantee, please?
Chancellor, I certify that all the candidates being presented here today and those who are absent have satisfied the requirements of the Academic Senate for the degrees they are to be awarded. Would all candidates for admission to the degrees please stand?
That's you.
That's you.
Graduands, in the name of the Council of Macquarie University and by my authority as Chancellor, I admit each of you present and those who are absent to the degrees for which you have qualified. Graduates, congratulations.
Graduates, please be seated. Chancellor, the graduates at this ceremony are from the Faculty of Business and Economics. I now call on Professor Leonie Tickle, Interim Associate Dean, Learning and Teaching of the Faculty of Business and Economics, to present the graduates. Professor Tickle.
Chancellor, the graduates at this ceremony are from the Faculty of Business and Economics. The Faculty of Business and Economics is the largest faculty at Macquarie University and one of the largest in Australia. It includes the Departments of Accounting and Corporate Governance, Applied Finance and Actuarial Studies, Economics and Marketing and Management, as well as the Macquarie Graduate School of Management. We are an applied, engaged and global business school. Our role is to create knowledge through applied research in the areas of marketing, management, finance, economics, actuarial studies and accounting. Working with our academic and corporate partners, students and alumni, we create and share research that addresses business and societal challenges. Our programs are innovative and include engagement with industry as well as the development of employability skills. The skills developed are in demand globally. Our programs are recognised and accredited by key industry bodies, and we enjoy a strong reputation amongst the business and professional communities. Our graduates have starting salaries well above the average for all Australian business schools. These graduates have the skills, knowledge and purpose to make a positive contribution to their families, to their communities and to the world. Chancellor, I'm proud to present to you the graduates from the Faculty of Business and Economics whom you have admitted to degrees. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts with the Bachelor of Commerce, Clara Elspeth Bowie Eggleton. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Applied Finance, Bella Intanya. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Commerce, Angelique Aguas. Damien Aviette. Yifan Bao. Richard Burko. Yulong B. Samuel Frederick Carr. Ronnie Lon Yu Chan. Sir Fan Chan. Man Xing Chan. Xinying Chen. John Paul Samir Chidiak. Andriana Saton Clark. Min Dai. Ying Dai. Justin Joseph Daoud. Hugo de Vries. Damayanti Devi. Rishiraj Drona. Tenzin Diki. Maxwell Francis Dodds. Jennifer Baunyi Dong. Taisha Doe. Yuan Fang. Chung Tian Gao. Fern Gao. Ger Ger. Christopher George. Jason David Goff. Shoyu Guo. Mi Lian Ha. Otto Hartono. Jeremy Harianto. Johannes Michael Hammerwan. Sheng Wan Ho. Laura Huang. Syed Mushfiq Haider. Raunaq Jahan Nisha. Ran Khan. Sol Khan. Jae-soon Kim. Mun Kyang Kim. Se Young Kim. Claudia Jiahui Ko. Karis Kulponwang. Yue Meng Lee. Joshuan Lee. Cheng Dung Liang. Huang Lin. Elaine Jia Chen. Minke Liu. Sir Han Liu. Sir Hui Liu. Christian Robert Loschek. Helene Carol Lovell. John Liu. Lee Low. Shin Yun Ma. Nyok Diem Hung Mai. Tet Sign May. Natalie Susan McGill. Joan Esther McGowan. Elizabeth Ashley Morris. Alana Felicia Moo. Ryan Narkla. Chris Nathaniel. Hamza Hisham Salah Alabi. Jonathan Osman. Pravdeep Singh Padda. Lamar Pashan. Ju Ting Chin. Lu Ming Che. Jinglin Chu. Sean Ray Sahabu. Emma Raywood. Karina Santoso. Edmund Gaitong Skugel. Zhang Eunso. Martin Shakir. Fram Eddie Schroff. Michael Smedley.
Congratulations. Well done, son.
Ricky Sue. Ya Lee Sun. Yi Lin Sun. Sechiari Kusumo Suinyo. Chun Kit Tang. Ray Hua Tio. He Tian. Jonathan Venter. Nicola Wakeham. Harong Wang. Hung Huang. Chen Wang. Yueshun Wang. Yuhan Wang. Zhenghua Wang. Zhexing Wang. Wayne Z. Sheen. Shamila Wijaratna. Gavada Wisely. Katrina Wong. Zuki Wong. Caitlin Alice Worsley. Zhongling Wu. Sir Nan Sher. Chi Shu. Chuk Kwan Yao. Ye Jin. Rushi Yu. Haifeng Zhang. Yilu Zhang. Yuexing Zhang. Wan Yu Zhao. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Commerce Professional Accounting, Jin Miao Wu. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Accounting Professional with the Master of Commerce, Bhumi Bhagat. Yan Chen. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Accounting, CPA Extension, Wei Yu Chen. Yun Chen. Yuchi Chen. Michael Yunsheng Chu. Yining Du. Mao Fan. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Accounting Professional, Zain Fayez Alangu. Jazib Abrar Ansari. Shu Bai. Lin Nan Sai. Shu Chi Chow, who has been awarded the Vice-Chancellor's Commendation for Academic Excellence. Karan Chowdhury. He Chern. Xu Yang Chen. Peng Jian Chi. Uri Lal Dongo. Lin Li Dung. Hung Du. Xing Du. Wen Bin Fei. Mao Feng. Lin Fu. Jing Geng. Yan Guo. Haofen Huang. Sung Yi Sun. present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Advanced Professional Accounting. Nishant Balasubramanian. Ji Chi Kam. Chancellor, that completes this morning's presentation of the graduates from the Faculty of Business and Economics.
Chancellor, I call on Mr Michael Yung Shan Chu, who has graduated today with a Master of Accounting, to speak on behalf of the graduating group. Mr Chu.
Chancellor, members of the university, fellow graduates and guests, my name is Michael Chu, and I am proud to be able to share this momentous occasion with all of you. Today is the day to let our voices be heard, because after blood, sweat and tears, class of 2017, today is your day for celebration. I'm going to share some prose with you. I haven't done something like this before, so please bear with me. And if you feel compelled, snap, clap, whatever comes to your mind, today is your day. Do not train a child to learn by force or harshness, but direct them to it by what amuses their minds, so that you may be better able to discover with accuracy the peculiar bent of the genius of each. Plato, 400 BC. At the time of these remarks, academia was in a renaissance, a gushing waterfall of ideas, free to meander into brooks. And yet, education was for the select, regimented by policies, curriculum, standards. Since the beginning of civilization, we have understood knowledge's infinite power, the necessity of a creative mind, and now the value of independent thinking. But for how many generations are we then to be recognized as scores on a sheet, a metric to fill out a quota? How many of your esteemed colleagues have you seen and met who have turned up to a classroom simply to be part of the status quo? So, why are we here? You are here today because you have accomplished something. Our teachers and our lecturers have been our North Star, guiding us towards all of the darkness, throughout all the black waters, but you are the one who had to steer the helm. Our friends and family have been the anchor, keeping us stable and safe during the darkest storm, but you were still the one who had to survive through to the end, through all the devastating cyclones. You've made a step towards your dreams, your aspirations. That's what this piece of paper represents, a stepping stone to achieve a higher purpose, a manifestation, amalgamation of your 2, 3, 4 years of dedication. You've known this entire time that your education is your key to success, to a better life, your key to freedom. But it is only what you make it out to be. It's your choices. Education is not a tool for development, but empowerment to make these choices. We possess a weapon for change, something to change the world. We entered Macquarie University as students, but now we come out on the other side. It is our time to be the North Star. A child in our hands could be made miserable or joyous. We can be a tool of torture or an instrument of inspiration. It is our response, our choices, that decides whether the next generation of learners will be humanized or dehumanized. So make a choice to be a force for change. Do not be contained, be disruptive, be passionate. Make a choice to stir one wave of greatness to shake up the world. This is your chance to make an indelible impact on the next generation, to break the chain of standardized assessments, discover the genius of each, and direct them as a beacon of hope. Climb the lighthouse ladder and reach out for the stars. Guide the next flagship so that it may find Sirius. For too long have I been sailing in a fog of uncharted seas, but those days are done. It is my time to shine, and it is your time too. Together we can ignite the lights guiding an ocean of potential. To sit still in ignorance would be a crime to the human soul. And as part of our motto, go boldly and gladly teach.
Well, congratulations, Michael, not only on your master's degree, but on a marvellous address. And I can see down there you've got some very proud parents, and they've got every right to be proud too. I think he deserves another great round of applause. Well now, did you like that? I thought you might. That glorious voice, ladies and gentlemen, belongs to Angela Brewer. And Angela sings at almost all of our graduation ceremonies, but occasionally she can't. And you're lucky that she sang today, because on the occasions when she can't get here, I do the singing. I think Angela deserves another great round of applause. And so too to our fantastic musicians over there on the organ, Dr. James Forsyth. And next to James on the trumpet, Melanie McLaughlin. And next to them, we also have some of our alumni volunteers who come along to our graduation ceremonies to make sure everything runs smoothly, and I'm sure you'd like to congratulate them as well. And sitting behind me are representatives of our academic community, and of course they've been vital in your progress through Macquarie. I'm sure you'd like to thank them too. Well, now, graduates, this ceremony marks the end of one stage in your relationship with Macquarie University, but it is certainly not the end of your association with Macquarie. From today on, for the rest of your lives, you're part of the bigger Macquarie family, which is our alumni, and part of the network of 180,000 Macquarie alumni spanning the globe. We'll keep in touch with you through our alumni program, which is focused on lifelong learning, lifelong support, and lifelong connections. Our commitment to you is to help you keep in touch and engaged with Macquarie throughout your life. And graduates, please do make sure that you come back to Macquarie, either to undertake more study, perhaps attend alumni events or use our aquatic and fitness facilities, or even, if the mood takes you, simply to wander through the campus or even enjoy a picnic down by our lake. Well, now, graduates, the award of a university degree carries many opportunities and privileges, but like all privileges, it also carries responsibilities. Believe it or not, you, each and every one of you, can change the world. And you don't have to be a Nobel Prize winner to do it either, because almost everything you do in your homes, in your workplaces, and in your communities matters and can make a huge difference. The consequences of every effort, every action, large or small, can reverberate throughout society, through the decades, indeed the centuries. Even something as simple as a kind word or a kind gesture can often be the spark that ignites a great life or a great career or a great achievement. So as Chancellor of Macquarie University, I charge you to use what you have learned, not only for your own benefit, but also for the betterment of the community. I charge you to use the skills and knowledge you have acquired with rigour and integrity, and to commit yourselves to a program of lifelong learning and inquiry. I charge you to recognise the worth and dignity of all people, particularly those who've not had the opportunities that you've enjoyed. I charge you to set high goals and to continue the hard work that has brought you so far. I charge you, wherever you go, to go with all your heart. And in all you do, I charge you to uphold the good name of Macquarie University. I hope also, graduates, that you'll always remember the people who have helped you along the way, many of whom are here today to help you celebrate. So, to acknowledge their contribution and thank them for it, I'm now going to ask you to do a couple of things. Graduates, would you now please stand? Now I'd like you to put your degrees on the seats behind you so that your hands are free. And I'd like you to turn to face your families and your friends. And now I invite you to give them a mighty round of applause. Well, now, graduates, you can turn around now, but don't sit down because we'll be moving out in just a moment. But I would remind you to pick up your degrees. I don't want anyone leaving one behind. Now, ladies and gentlemen, soon I will lead the official party through the centre aisle, and we'll be heading out to the Macquarie. And we'll be followed by all of the graduates. And then I would like all of you to join us all through the centre aisle, down through the pathway down to the Macquarie, where I hope you'll stay for some light refreshments. We even have some ice cream for the children and some fairy floss, pink and blue, not only for the children but also for people like me. So please join us at the Macquarie. Well, graduates, I wish you the very best for the future. And in the words of the old Irish blessing, may the road rise up to meet you, may the wind always be at your back, may the sun shine warm upon your face and rains fall soft upon your fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of his hand. Graduates, good luck.